And we're back here for the first time since 2002, the second event in this year's series. It was Reading, Pennsylvania for Skate America, and here we are in Canada. The Colisée Pepsi, the site, along with Paul Wylie, Susie, Wynne, and Peter Carruthers. I'm Terry Gannon. The ladies kick things off with their free skate, and a little bit earlier, it's worth a look. The performance by a young American, 16-year-old Ashley Wagner from Alexandria, Virginia, the reigning World Junior bronze medalist. She also won the bronze medal at the U.S. Juniors in 2007.
Ashley, along with two other talented young juniors, swept the podium at the World Junior Championship. She's opening here with a triple Lutz double loop. Judges are going to be looking at that edge takeoff on that Lutz, especially. Make sure it is on an outside and not an inside edge.
Mentioned at the U.S., quite a group on the way up. She, along with Mirai Nagasu and Caroline Zheng, the three U.S. skaters who swept the podium at Junior Worlds. It was the first time that had happened, but they will carry the banner for the U.S. for quite some time.
Not only is she a strong jumper, but she's very musical, hitting all those musical cues, working with the music very well.
Beautiful spiral position. Spiral sequences are changed this year. They will only judge the first three positions. The forward unsupported position is not considered a level feature, making it more difficult. It's amazing to think of a skater like Ashley Wagner. Not only does she not know anything about school figures, which we all grew up doing, but she only knows that the international judging system is how skating is judged. So no experience really with the 6.0 system. Valuable jumping pass, a triple flip, double loop, double loop. It's actually worth 9.35 at that point in the program, which is more than a quadruple.
A straight line footwork sequence showing a variety of turns, edges.
Solid triple toe at the end of the program. She's got good stamina. And a triple Lutz. The thing I like about Ashley Wagner is that she's got a lot of youthful exuberance. I think that she needs to connect a little bit more with the audience and add a little bit more speed to her skating as well.
This is one gutsy young lady. She did not look intimidated being here in the big arena, skating with the big guns, people like Mao Asada, that could be very intimidating, and she has kept her composure throughout this competition. That's admirable.
But Susie, she does say she's been watching Mao Asada on YouTube. A sign of the times, I guess, huh? 16 years of age, she's already seen the world, though, because she was an Army brat growing up. Here are the standings after the short program. Laura Lepisto. Yep, I don't know that name much either. Young 19-year-old from Finland ahead of Emily Hughes, Mao Asada, and then Nakano, also from Japan. And some of the top names, certainly guys from Japan, here skating at Skate Canada. Yukari Nakano, fourth after the short.
Well, Yukari has a triple axel plan, falling the short, but she's looking strong today.
Top 5 at the World Championships the past 2 years for Nakano, one of the top names in the world. Also from Japan, Mao Asada, currently in third.
And that's a disappointing place for Mao to find herself in. She was downgraded on her combination, the triple flip, triple loop, and then on the Lutz jump, she had an incorrect edge, so they really were watching on that. She still is the class in the field, very elegant. I think in the long, she'll really pull it together.
Guys, what about Emily Hughes, who was clean in the short? She's in second, but coming off that fourth place finish at Skate America.
Well, I mean, it's her freshman year at Harvard, and she's got new coaches, a new environment. I thought she looked strong yesterday, but the long program will test her training, and that triple flip was gorgeous.
And here's the surprise of this event. Laura Lepisto from Finland, 19 years of age, and she leads against these top names in skating after the short.
Well, it was there that she did a powerful combination, the triple toe loop, just followed up by tremendous, exquisite skating.
And it was quite a surprising short program. A brand new face, Laura Lepisto, came out of nowhere to win the short with a clean skate and that triple that you just mentioned.
I'm very happy about the triple combination. It was nice to skate out there, so what can I say? It was almost perfect.
On a day where perfect was far from the reach of most ladies, Lepisto and Emily Hughes skated error-free, and Hughes now sits just off the lead.
After I did the first jump, it was just smooth sailing from there, and, you know, I just really gave it my all out there.
And her all was good enough to top the favorite. That would be world silver medalist Mao Asada, the last to skate, and she struggled. Now sitting in third.
I missed second jump of combination. Timing is no good.
That timing, with deductions for under-rotating and stepping out of the combination landing, but she recovered with her triple Lutz. However, penalized again for a wrong edge takeoff. In all, she lost 4 points for those 2 jumping mistakes, and it cost her the lead in the short. So that is where we sit as one of Canada's own takes the ice. Listen to the crowd here in Quebec City for Joanie Rochette, the 3-time and reigning Canadian national champ. Last year, disappointing finish at the World Championships where she came in 10th, but currently in 5th place heading into this free skate at home.
Joanie is going back to last year's long program, Don Juan. Feels very comfortable to come back to a program that you've spent a year with. She's taken a lot of time to relearn this jump, the triple Lutz, so that it comes on an outside edge, triple Lutz into double toe loop. Nice and strong.
Transitioning and the choreography, a lot of detail through the arms and beautiful posture.
One of the best triple loops in the business. This year you'll notice that the step sequences are much more edgy and curvy. An emphasis on variety and difficulty is required. The Choctaws and counters, rockers, loops, and brackets, and not just three turns and progressives, are going to be rewarded by the technical panel. Second triple Lutz jump. She's really struggled with that in the past, so that is a real milestone for her to achieve that at this stage in the program.
Just about 2 hours south of here, outside of Montreal. Obviously feels comfortable skating here in Canada, but she's also the defending champ of Skate Canada.
Power going into this triple toe loop.
Jump sequence, double axel, which I think was meant to go into a double axel. Other than the last two elements, very strong performance. Wonderful to see her deliver right here in Canada.
She brings such an elegance to the sport. Very athletic, powerful. But I loved how this program, although it was an older program, she brought such newness to it, such subtlety.
Skating means so much here north of the border. Standing ovation for Joanie Rochette, the three-time Canadian champ who didn't make the Grand Prix final last year.
And her opening triple Lutz double toe, very strong, nice, solid outside edge there. Again, the judges will be looking very closely at that. At the end of the program, though, a triple toe into a single Salchow, which I think she meant to do a double Salchow. Slight error, something that she can easily improve.
Even though she won Skate Canada last year, she ended up 4th at Grand Prix of Paris and was the first alternate for the Grand Prix final. So she's trying to make it back to the final this year. You see the numbers, what she needs to lead. She was a little less than 4 points off the lead, even though she was in 5th after the short program. The technical elements, just under 60. Program components, 52.72, so 112.70 for the free skate. Add that together with the short program, and her overall total, 168.18. Some of the top names still to come, but right now, Joanie Rochette is your leader here in Canada. But coming up next, it's one of the top stars from Japan and one of the top names in the world. Top 5 finish the last 2 years at Worlds. Yukari Nakano is next. A useful tool for those on the Grand Prix of skating over the next 5 weeks going across the globe. But we are just about 450 miles from Toronto, about 156 miles northeast of Montreal. Not only to the city here, but Calais Pepsi. Slight breeze blowing outside, chill in the air. The leaves have turned already, and the top skaters on the ice here at Skate Canada, including Yukari Nakano from Japan, 22 years of age, trying to medal for the second time in this event. She was here in 2005, and she won the bronze medal. And, guys, that was the last time that, international speaking at least, she did the triple axel. Now, she did it in a regional competition in Tokyo in early October.
Terry, she's one of only 6 women who've ever performed the triple axel in competition. It comes up first. It would be huge for her to focus and land it. Yeah, she held on to him.
Yeah.
She's one of the unsung heroes in a deep field of Japanese women. Miki Ando, Mao Asada, Fumie Suguri. She's a bit of a distracting wrap on her triple flip, triple Lutz, and triple loop. That free leg that comes up. She's been trying to fix it. It's really one of the only flaws that she has in her jumping.
Centered, meaning staying in the same spot throughout the whole spin. Very well done, not showing the wrap, so she has very good technique there.
Guys, it's funny about the triple axel, just to go back to that for a moment. It seems to come in bunches. You go back to Tanya Harding and Midori Ito. Didn't happen for such a long time in ladies skating, and then bam, Kimi Meisner and Yukari Nakano does it in 2002 at Skate America. A half an hour later, Ludmila Neladina does it as well.
And good for her for sticking with it, because she's put a lot of mileage in. She's fallen in some pretty big places. It's about risk and reward, and I think Meisner and Asada, some of those skaters are going to shy away from that risk now that they have big titles, but Nakano, no, not so much.
Here in the circular footwork pattern. That placement and that roundness of the curves, very important to show power and edge security. Long flying camel to finish this program, and I just love to see her smile. I love to see the success that she feels because she went and achieved that triple axel and then a great program to boot. Wonderful, and she's improved so much, Paul. Yes, she has the wrap, but there's so much else that's improving alongside that.
And it started off here with the triple axel. Look at the tight air position there. She holds on to that. Very difficult. She got sort of towards her heel. And the irony is that this jump combination, the triple toe, double loop, because it's done after the second half, is worth just about as much as the triple axel. It's much easier, folks.
The first time in 2 years that she's pulled off the triple axel in an international event. We'll see if it is indeed worth the risk. Trying to get back to the Grand Prix final. She did not make it there last year after medaling the previous season. It's what she needs to lead, 112.25. So the 2 sets of marks, and that's good enough Yukari Nakano from Japan, currently your leader with a total of 169.43. When you have an unlikely leader after the short program, a long shot like Laura Lepisto from Finland, everybody in the top 5 or 6 feeling like they have a chance when they take the ice. Certainly, Mao Asada does. The other star from Japan here at Skate Canada, currently in 3rd, takes the ice when we come back. Meanwhile, inside Colisée Pepsi, Mao Asada getting set to go. One of the reasons she's in 3rd place, not leading after the short program, weed. That's right, Susie, weed. Wrong entry edge deduction. Take a look.
Well, triple Lutzes are required to take off on an outside edge, but Mao changes over to an inside edge, also called a flutz. 4 of the judges gave this -3, which is about the same as falling.
So now when you take the ice for the free skate, is that in your mind? Do you make an adjustment? With more on that, standing by backstage, here's Peter Carruthers.
I just checked in with Mao Asada's coach, Raphael Artunian, and he said that he is not instructing Mao Asada to change the takeoff on her triple Lutz. First of all, he says he thinks the rule is unfair. Second, he says to change this late in the game, she could take off, tilt in the air, and fall. And that would be worse than what she's going through right now. So at this point, everything stays the same, and Mao Asada will do the triple Lutz exactly the way she's done it every time before today.
All right, Peter, thank you. Susie, do you agree with Raphael Artunian?
Well, it is hard from a coaching standpoint to change this type of technique, but knowing that the ISU is going to be specific about these changes, you have to make sure in the summertime you use that time wisely to make those corrections or try to come up with ways to gain points in other areas, which I think they've done that.
Mao is capable of a triple axel. If she were to do it, it would be here, but she elects to do a double. Just keep it conservative.
She was the first lady to do 2 triple axels in the same program. Mao did it back in 2006 at the Japanese Nationals.
She's an incredibly talented jumper, and here, triple combination, triple flip going into triple loop. Slightly under-rotated there. She won't get the full value for that, but still a big jump.
You know, Mao and her sister Mai are based in Lake Arrowhead, California, which was one of the areas very hard hit by the recent wildfires in California. They had about 30 minutes to pack up and get out of their home, had to spend some time training about 2 hours away down in LA.
Also Jeffrey Buttle, who's competing here. We have to figure out what's going on by way of the phone.
Spiral sequence. The free leg well above the hip, the softness through her arms, and the attention to detail. That's when you want to cast all the rules aside and just enjoy what she's capable of in movement.
very difficult step sequence here, showing great diversity of steps. Lori Nickel choreographed this program. It's hard to believe she's only 17 years old. She skates with such maturity and poise and, you know, capable of, as you said, Susie, so much.
It's so quiet, you can't hear the blade working.
I think that smile tells it all. Just really pleased probably to have that under her belt. I think she was surprised by what happened after the short program. Surprised because she's one of the best jumpers in the world. A triple flip, triple loop, as I mentioned. Beautiful triple flip, slightly under rotated there on the triple loop. So that will get downgraded. Triple flip here, the second one, into a double loop. Ironically, those two jumps will probably be marked the same way.
It's interesting, Susie, you pointed it out how silent it is, and silence can be a very good thing. They say about her commentary, but when she's on the ice, you hardly hear the blade at all, Susie.
She has such a natural knee and ankle flexion, and she's just so soft with the ice. It's just a natural feel, and most skaters don't have that quietness.
Just her third season on the Grand Prix. That's hard to believe. You look at the numbers here. 119.58 for the free skate, so overall 177.66. She is the current leader. Mao Asada on the Grand Prix has never finished off the podium. Amazing. Still to come, the American Emily Hughes trying to come back after that fourth place finish at Skate America last week and wrap up her regular season on the Grand Prix. And also the men. The world champ Ryan Joubert taking the bus to work today. He'll kick it off here at Skate Canada a little later on. He won everything last year. Quebec City, another top American set to go here in the free skate. Emily Hughes, and in the last couple of months, she has really found out that the old saying is true. The only thing constant in life is change.
When I got accepted to Harvard, it was amazing. I mean, I knew there was really no other school I wanted to go to, and so I really wanted to try and figure out a way that I could skate and could go to school. I've always lived at home, and I've always trained at home, but now I'm on my own, pretty much, and I think everyone else is here, too. I mean, we have to do our own laundry, and we're not answering to anyone when we go to sleep or when we wake up, but coming here, it shows that if I really want to do it, then this is the time that it's really in my hands.
Harvard's athletes are treated like all the other members of the undergraduate student body. There's really no slack cut them at all.
And you're able to get prepared for economics without a lot of hassle?
I was in the library a lot.
I'm impressed by how disciplined and organized you are. It's good.
Thank you.
Emily's done a stunning job so far. She's picked her courses with great care. She's doing things that she cares a lot about. At the same time, she's maintaining this very serious commitment to the skating. It's pretty extraordinary.
Skating is kind of a release from school for me, and school is kind of a release from skating, and it kind of works together in that way. It gives my life a good balance.
That was much better. Everything was better. You slept faster.
On the ice, she's a team of one, but off the ice, she's found teammates in other athletes.
Since I've got here, I've been able to work out in the varsity weight room with some other varsity athletes, which is kind of cool. Work out with other teams. They kind of push me a little bit more, and even though they probably don't know it.
She says that she's still trying to figure it all out, but she wouldn't want it any other way.
I feel like in a way, college is a lot more free, a lot more independent. Sometimes you make the wrong decision, and sometimes you make the right decision, and you have to learn from that. But I don't know right now. I mean, I'm enjoying Harvard so much right now, and I just feel proud to be a part of, Harvard freshman class and skating. I skated on the rink here for the first time. It was just, wow, like, I'm actually at Harvard and I'm actually still skating and still doing what I love. It was a great feeling.
Paul, you know what the challenge is like. What advice would you offer her trying to balance both?
I think she's doing a great job, and I know what she means. It's like you ride across that bridge going to the Skating Club of Boston, and all of a sudden Harvard fades away, and then you do the opposite, and the skating fades away. It is a great balance. She seems happy. She's managed her midterms, and she's growing up. It's really exciting.
Saw the top three led by Mao Asada. So Emily Hughes in second place after the short program. It's odd to see her without her longtime coach, Bonnie Redskin, but Mark Mitchell leading the way.
It's a new program, one of the only up-tempo programs that we've seen. Carmina Burana, very serious music.
Opens with a triple flip jump, a jump that she was hesitant on in practice. Nice approach. Well done.
Second jumping pass here, a three-jump combination, starting with a triple Lutz. Up, she did a double.
The takeoff edge was correct.
Remember, the top 6 at the end of the series in each discipline move on to the Grand Prix final, which this year is in Torino, Italy, the site of the Olympics. And Emily Hughes already skating in her second event. She came in 4th at Skate America. So to make the Grand Prix final, she's really got to go here.
Watch how beautiful this spiral is, almost in a full split position. It must be held 3 seconds, and then a Bielmann position, full stretch. And the third spiral position again, showing great flexibility.
Triple toe loop jumping pass. She's very careful today, very meticulous about those jumps, but she's not doing the triple combinations. She missed her triple Lutz at the beginning of the program, so the high degree of difficulty jumps are not in the program. It's an area of improvement before nationals.
Camel spin into a back cannonball. It's a very hard position to maintain and hold.
A solid program for the Harvard freshman. I mean, it really is a lot to take on. You're doing it on your own. There is no slack, as Dean Dingman said, and I just am happy for her that she's happy and taking this big step.
The opening of her 3-jump combination was intended to be a triple Lutz. She only does a double, but watch there, a very clean takeoff edge. Into the double toe and then the double loop. A little under-rotated, not enough speed. And Paul, you mentioned the hesitancy on the entry to the toe loop. Triple toe loop here at the end of the program, followed up by a double. That was very nice, great ride out on the landing of that second jump.
Then here at the end of the program, a double Axel. You could see just maybe not as confident as she's been, but she was good at sticking with the combinations that she had planned.
A number of American fans here watching here in Canada. I wonder how many of the Canadian fans, though, know that she is also a citizen of Canada, dual citizenship. That's what she needs to lead, 118.95, so it's 103.70 for Emily, and her overall total 162.42. That's what she came in last week. 4th place at Skate America, and currently 4th here north of the border. So a wry smile from her and saying not bad. You can read her lips, and not bad, but not what she needed if she's going to make a run at the Grand Prix final. Mao Asada, though, is currently the leader. She's going to watch very closely as the next skater takes the ice, because it's Laura Lepisto, the unknown, the long shot from Finland. Can she hold on, or is she wilt under the pressure? She's never been in this spot before. We'll see if she can win gold next. One lady left here in the free skate at Skate Canada. Your leader is Mao Asada. Yukari Nakano from Japan is in second ahead of Joanie Rochette from Canada. But here it is. Laura Lepisto from Finland in the lead after the short program by less than half a point. 19 years of age, the 2007 Finnish silver medalist, and out of nowhere in her senior Grand Prix debut to lead after the short. Can she hold on?
She's also skating to the music from Don Juan DeMarco.
Second jumping pass here, the jump that earned her first in the short program, the triple toe loop. It's supposed to be a jump combination with a triple toe. It was so confident in the short program. Let's see if she can come back from that. Triple Lutz. Just not over that right side enough to land it.
Year of high school, she wasn't even part of the teams from Finland that went to the Europeans or the World Championships last year. In fact, she was a bit surprised to even get a Grand Prix assignment at all this year. I'm sure shocked if we would have told her going in that she would lead heading to the free skate.
This is where that lack of experience shows up, that inconsistency. She doesn't quite have the arsenal of jumps. In the short program, she was able to highlight all of her strengths.
traveling there a bit on that layback and the combination spin, and it does seem that Laura is having a hard time finding her center in this program. The long program requires much more breadth, and I think just ability to do flips and lutzes and other elements, and that she needs to develop.
She was so relaxed during this short program. She had nothing to lose. Here she's right up against the likes of Mao and Emily. Stretch line in this camel and change over to the outside edge, maintaining speed, very good.
It's got to be a daunting thing to take the ice and warm up in that final group, skating for a gold medal. Do you guys remember the first time you did that against some of the top stars?
Yes, and it is. You know, you all of a sudden you're by Brian Boitano. He's doing a triple axel, and you're feeling a little inadequate.
Inadequate, a good word.
Our Lepisto from Finland did not hold it together here in the free skate. And the pressure got to the 19-year-old.
And it started with this triple toe loop, which was supposed to be a triple toe combination. She just doesn't have it enough to hold onto that edge. And then the triple Lutz, you can see right here, she does not get over her right side. She stays leaning the whole time, doesn't have the rotation, and then a second fall. And that was just her third jumping pass.
You hate to walk away using that old cliche that this was a learning experience. You'd like the gold medal along with it, but it certainly is. Her first Grand Prix on the senior level, and had the experience of leading going into that final portion. 1 point mandatory deduction for the fall, 147.69 after a very disappointing free skate of 88.51. That's not what you're looking for. So Laura Lepisto from Finland falls all the way down to 7th place, and hence the dejected look in the kiss and cry. So it's not the youngster from Finland, but it is the veteran. I guess you can call her a veteran. She is now well known, certainly that. Mao Asada, the 2007 champ of Skate Canada. And here are your final results in this, the second event in the Grand Prix. Nakano ends up in second, earns those points, and Joanie Rochette medals here in her home country. Emily Hughes, again, finishing out of the top 3 for a second straight performance this year.